Hey there, it's Beck, and it's Valentine's Day, and so I am going to come to you with just a super quick little update here, and happy Valentine's Day. My weight stats. So my high weight was 262 pounds. My surgery weight on January 22nd, 2019 was 235 pounds. I'm 3 weeks out and I am currently at 219.4 pounds. However, more importantly, my body fat percentage is at 48.2%. So just a real quick, that's my cat's ear, Cooper. Real quick here, I'm 5'5", and I got my surgery at the OCC in Tijuana. So I have maintained my weight this third week, maybe lost a little bit of weight. It's kind of hard to tell because my check-in date is Tuesday, but I do my videos on Thursday, so I don't really know what my loss is week to week as much as I maybe want to, but needless to say, I've basically been maintaining, and I was a bit bummed by this originally, and then I realized I wasn't getting as much protein in as I needed, so this past week I've really made an effort to get more protein in, and crazy thing, I have maintained my weight, but I've lost body fat, and that's really more important than just losing pounds, right, as we all know. So I've been feeling great about getting my protein in. To give you an idea of how I'm doing that, I get some Fit Milk, which has like 14 grams of protein in it per serving or per cup, and I have a few green tea lattes throughout the day with a little bit of honey and a cup of milk, and then I eat things like cottage cheese, and I try to drink about 2 servings of bone broth a day because that's like 20 grams of protein right there. That makes it easy to get the protein in, and it's like 100 calories. So I'm happy, it's working, I'm maintaining my weight, but I am losing body fat, and that feels awesome. So it's Valentine's Day, and I thought it would be maybe an interesting time to do a little bit of reflection on love and weight loss. And I haven't really prepared my thoughts fully here, so I think what I want to say is I always assumed that my weight played a factor in my ability to really date and my ability to be, maybe be loved or even just be considered as a serious option for somebody to date. I've been heavy, my whole life. Let's try that again. Varying degrees of heavy. Oh, good, it worked. And so I've dated around, and the guys I've dated have been, they're not like horrible people. I mean, not all of them are horrible people. Some of them have been wonderful humans with a lot of ambition and gentleness and consideration and such. But I guess what I can say is I've never felt like I've been dating somebody that I would seriously consider as a partner in life, somebody that would be my equal. And I've always I guess it was hard for me to admit that. It still is hard for me to admit that because I never wanted to really consider my weight as something that was shaping my life in a negative way, because it's like, live your life according to how you want to, regardless of what your size is. And I don't know that I have been doing that in my romantic world. And I think that there's a few things going on here. One is that part of it is I feel great right now, I guess. I feel I'm expressing a lot creatively with like watercolor, open mic night. I'm doing some nude modeling next week. I feel really empowered in my life, and like I'm living the life that I want to, and I'm being more confident at work. And I don't know that it has anything to do with the VSG experience. I think that it's just me coming into my own this year, and how amazing that feels, how awesome it feels to arrive in life. And so here I am this Valentine's Day 2019, and I wore, this fun outfit with this dark makeup, lipstick, and I got bangs, and I went out and did like a clay club in town, and then I went to a movie with my sister, and I don't feel like I'm missing anything, romantically. And I have a website that I own, and I wrote a blog about being single in the middle of a rural community, And I kind of wanted to share my thoughts with you because I think that confidence and self-love and like the self-fulfillment that I'm growing into, it really doesn't have anything to do with the VSG. Cooper. Oh, he's so funny. It doesn't, it's, the VSG is maybe one part of what's making me thrilled in my life, but more so I'm just like, instead of trying to look for love from other people, I've been in this movement of taking all the energy, because I was really consumed previously with feeling like I needed to be affirmed in some way by somebody romantically, like let me know that I am sexy, desirable, worthwhile. And I've just taken all of that, the time and energy I've put into those feelings and thoughts, and I've started to learn and put them into learning how to love myself. And literally, I'm falling in love with myself. And so I think that that's something that is just part of the growth process, and part of what this year is going to be for me is making decisions that are good for me in terms of my health, in terms of who I bring into my life, in terms of how I spend my time. And then the other part of it too is like, fall in love with yourself, and what, a lot of people will say to you, love will find you when you stop looking for it. What a load of baloney. Like, I don't think that's the right answer. I think that you should be looking for love everywhere. That's the answer. And it's not your stereotypical, romantic love. It's look for love in your friends, in an encounter with somebody new, in, the person in front of you at the coffee shop. Like, love and connection, intimacy, closeness, those are all things that I know I used to reserve for a romantic partner, and I don't think you have to do it that way. I think that if you open your mind and your, I guess just your soul to connecting more deeply with people on a daily basis, with all different types of people, that's where you're going to find your love and your fulfillment, and you won't be relying so much on finding one person to give you this really broad and deep feeling of closeness. So I guess all of this is to say I'm single. I'm still, 220 pounds basically. I'm very happy. I feel like I'm going to just continue to grow in my life, and I don't know how my body transformation is going to impact my dating life, but I think my dating life will change, and I think part of it will be because of my new body, and most of it will be because of my new mind. The time that I'm putting into just falling in love with myself and seeing my worth, and seeing and completely celebrating what I have to offer the world and somebody else. And so that's where I'm at. I would say so far, I haven't, just in general with the VSG week 3, I haven't been super moody. I haven't been craving anything really. I haven't resented being in this liquid stage or the, the puree stage. It's all been fairly doable, and I think in part because I get excited by eating new foods, and so like this period stage, I'm having to figure out new foods that I can eat, and that novelty is exciting for me and helps to sustain me through until we are in a little bit more of a standard eating whatever cycle. I will say that there have been a few times I wish that I was able to have a glass of wine, but I've committed to not having alcohol until I can have solid foods again, which will be on March 3rd, I believe. So I might have a tiny little party with me and my sister. We'll have tiny little servings of food, and we'll have a tiny little glass of wine and have this tiny little celebration, which will be so fun. So would love to hear some of your thoughts if you have thoughts on like how romance and self-love tie together with this whole VSG journey. Like I said, I do think in some deeper level that I'm maybe not ready to acknowledge yet. There is a connection for me about, like, as my body changes, maybe what type of love I'll invite into my life in terms of a romantic love. But in general, right now, I'm just falling in love with myself, and I'm growing my relationships with my friends, my female friends mostly, and I'm learning how to spend time alone, and I'm just like in a really good space with it, and it feels great for literally the first time on Valentine's Day to be like, like I am good. I am dressing up for myself. I'm not expecting anybody to notice me. I'm going out to a movie because I want to do it, and I'm not expecting to run into anybody and have, I just am good, like good as is. What I have is enough, and that's a wonderful feeling. So would love to hear your thoughts on weight loss and romance and anything of the sort. All right, I will catch you guys next week.